If you want to know if you and your partner are compatible based off of astrology, watch this video because I'm going to break down 3 powerful aspects of compatibility in your partner's birth chart. Hello and welcome back to the Be The Hero channel. My name is Isabelle and I help you understand who you are using personality typing and astrology. Because I was the person who constantly felt lost and confused on their direction in life and didn't have a sense of identity or know what their desires were. Then I discovered my birth chart, the Enneagram, and so much more. And for the first time in my life, I had a sense of self and I knew what my desires could potentially be. So now I'm here to teach you about these things so you can understand them as well and enjoy the process. Now, before I dive into these 3 powerful astrology aspects for compatibility, hit the link in the description below to get your very own My Horoscope Made Me Do It hoodie. I absolutely love this hoodie that I've created with all my heart, and it's insanely comfortable. I love the people who create them. So hit the link in the description below to get your very own. Now let's talk astrology compatibility because this is always so fun to talk about. And one quick note before I dive into it, I do not believe that astrology determines your compatibility, which is gonna sound confusing to you because Isabelle, you're creating a whole video right now on 3 powerful compatibility aspects for astrology. So how do you not believe in astrology compatibility? I believe that astrology should be used only as a way to help you find your way through life and navigate struggles rather than as a determining red flag, green flag factor. Yes, you can see certain aspects are going to be cause more conflict in compatibility in astrology, and there are some aspects that will dictate better harmony in a relationship, but you can always work through aspects. So in this video, I'm sharing 3 aspects in astrology that are total green flags that will show that you guys are very compatible. And keep in mind that if you do not have these, you can always work through your struggles with your partner. So, number 1, the first aspect of astrology compatibility that I want to talk about is his sun is the same as your Mars, or your sun is the same as his Venus. So Venus and Mars in our astrology are the masculine and the feminine planets. And for men, they seek out a woman who allows them to be their Mars, and she holds the qualities of his Venus because that's the planet of femininity for him. And for women, she seeks out a man who holds the qualities of her own Mars in her chart, and she wants to embrace her Venus. So let's just take my chart as an example so that this is more simple. I have a Venus in Taurus, a Sun in Aries, and a Mars in Gemini. So if I met someone who I just clicked with and I love their energy, it is very likely that he has Gemini energy because Mars is the planet of masculinity and I generally want someone who holds Gemini qualities. This would be a green flag in relationships. And I also want to be able to embrace my Taurus energy, which is my feminine planet of Taurus. My Venus in Taurus. Now, if I met a partner and he seemed magnetically attracted to me, and I look at his chart and see he has a Venus in Aries, that would make so much sense because I have a Sun in Aries and hold strong Aries energy. So these are 2 aspects that could be total green flags in a relationship and show good compatibility based off of astrology. One other thing too is that if you have a shared Venus and Mars, this could be a sign of compatibility. I once met someone who I clicked with so much and we had a shared Venus and our Venus and Mars were shared by the same sign. My Venus was in Taurus and his Mars was in Taurus, which was super good for us because basically in the relationship, we both valued luxury, comfort, and sensuality. So if you guys have a shared Venus or Mars together, that is also good. Number 2, you guys have compatible 7th house signs. The 7th house is the house of one-on-one relationships, basically committed partnerships. So if you are looking to get into a relationship with someone, your 7th house will show you what you value in a partnership. So as an example, I have a 7th house in the sign of Gemini. Yeah, I had to think for a second there. in Gemini. So I will do well with someone who has a 7th house in another air or fire sign. If they're in a water sign, they're going to value more emotion in the relationship than I do. And if it was in an earth sign, they're going to be more stable than I want. So fire and air tend to be compatible, or at least more easy to be compatible. And earth and water tend to be more compatible. So look at the house your 7th sign or descendant is in, and that will tell you how you want to interact in relationships. So Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra 7th houses will be compatible with Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius 7th houses. And Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn 7th houses will be compatible with Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer houses. So look at your 7th house, and that will tell you if you're going to be more compatible when it comes to relationships in the long run. Another note about the 7th house is that the 7th house has to do with committed partnerships. So if you're just meeting someone, you probably won't see this energy yet. You'll more see your 5th house energy, because the 5th house is all about the beginning of flirtatious relationships and play. So my 5th house is in the sign of Aries. So I can see that I'm more Aries at the start of a relationship, but that does not mean that in the long run that I need someone compatible with my 5th house energy. And finally, number 3, you have compatible moon signs. Now, it is very common that people do not look at the moon sign when looking at relationships, but I think it's highly valuable as far as any relationship goes. The moon sign is quite possibly the most important aspect in your chart, and it shows what your emotions are, what emotional patterns you tend to have, and what you need for emotional fulfillment. It generally happens that when we are in a relationship, we need to have some form of emotional fulfillment from our partner. We demand that they make us feel emotionally safe, secure, and supported. That's just part of a relationship. So look at your moon signs and look at how compatible they are. Same thing applies here, as I said, for the 7th house. Water and earth signs will tend to be more harmonious, and fire and air signs will tend to be more harmonious. Even then, you could look at the houses that your moon sign are in, and that could help you also get indicators into what you guys emotionally value. And looking at your moon sign can help you guys navigate relationships, even if you guys aren't in the harmonious earth-water pair or fire-air pair. If you, for example, I have a moon in Cancer in my 7th house. So if someone else had a moon in 7th house, that would be compatible for me. Or if they had a moon in the sign of another water sign or in an earth sign, that would do good with my emotional energy. A moon in Cancer won't necessarily pair well with a moon in Aries, so to say, because one wants so much passion and one wants security. Look at the sign that your moons are in. There are unlimited amounts of aspects that I could talk about in astrology for compatibility, but those are 3 major ones that I wanted to share with you guys that are total green flags of a harmonious relationship. If you find that you and your partner do not have these, it's possible that you guys will have more struggles that come up in your relationship. Does that mean that your relationship is impossible? No. Use astrology to your benefit to understand each other better. The key to a harmonious relationship and a relationship that works is one where both people are committed to making it work. That's all it takes. So use astrology to your benefit, and hopefully these 3 aspects help you get a gauge on whether that person is going to be more harmonious for you to be with or cause a little more conflict and require more work. If this video helped you understand astrology compatibility and was inspiring for you, let me know in the comments below. And while you're down there, grab the free birth chart workbook where I help you understand the basics of your chart using journal prompts. I've personally used these journal prompts. They've helped me understand the basics of my chart. They've helped me live in alignment with my chart. So grab yours now in the link in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay tuned for more videos on astrology compatibility. On the note of astrology compatibility, there are 2 different kinds of charts you can pull with your partner. One which is a synastry chart, which shows you the kind of conflicts and harmonious energy you'll have in your relationship, and one which is a composite chart, which basically takes the middle point of each of your guys' aspects and creates a chart for your relationship. I'm just now starting to offer composite chart readings, so if you want to do one, let me know in the comments below and I will get in touch with you to make that happen. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay tuned for more videos breaking down astrology. Once again, my name is Isabelle, and from my heart to yours, namaste.